Let's head briefly to Bermuda. Quite an extraordinary state of affairs today. Ben Ainslie called it a love tap. Grant Dalton called it red mist, whatever it was, the America's Cup collision between the New Zealand and British boats during the America's Cup practice racing in Bermuda spoke to the respective pressures on their teams. More on those pressures shortly. But the incident saw the British boat, skippered by Sir Ben Ainslie, mistime a turn and rear-end the Team New Zealand boat, puncturing the cockpit near the steering wheel. Team New Zealand skipper Glenn Ashby said the incident occurred after his team won the starts.
Ben came in from behind us with a bit of extra pace, and no, look, a little bit unfortunate, but yeah, just one of those things that I don't think he'll be feeling too happy about at the moment.
Glenn Ashby, in short, sailing is a little like motoring in the respect that if you hit someone from behind, you are at fault, full stop. And New Zealand helmsman Peter Burling wasn't happy about it.
Bit of a shame in that last restart, you know, we had the leeward end of the line pretty locked down, and Ben was quite late and just gone clean straight into the back of us, you know. And it's just unnecessary. Week out from the America's Cup, you know, it's all, we're all here to learn, and it's just you know, it's a bit of a shame that we, you know, have a pretty big dent now on the side of our nice boat, but no, it's what can you do?
Peter Burling. We asked America's Cup veteran Chris Dixon, who skippered KZ7 in 1987, remember them, then Nippon, TAG and BMW Oracle, what he made of it all.
Running into the back of someone, John, is a misjudgment, and why did Ben Ainslie misjudge it, or what did he do wrong? I don't know. We're not there, but it's a significant mess up, if you like, and one with quite considerable downside for Team New Zealand.
Yes, it is. And Grant Dalton is talking about Ben Ainslie having a red mist, which is a really interesting phrase to use, because he's suggesting that Ben Ainslie is angry. What is Ben Ainslie angry about? Are the Brits not racing that well?
The Brits are not performing that well. They haven't been performing up to date. They're a well-funded campaign with high expectations, and quite simply, a week out from racing, they don't look up to the mark.
Wow. And so much money has been spent, and as you said, really high expectations, particularly after Ainslie's involvement in the Oracle victory. Do you know at this stage of the practice racing, and this is the last round of practice racing, do you know as a team whether you've got a shot or not?
The teams individually will know exactly where they are at. For those of us looking from the outside in, we've got a pretty good smell about it. We can smell who's good and who's not. Internally, they will know. And if Ben Ainslie sees his own team the same way the rest of us do, then he probably isn't a happy camper.
Oh, no, his tummy will be tight, won't it?
Well, it will. The Brits have not been performing well. Their boat speed hasn't been up to scratch, and the fastest boat is going to win this thing, and if you don't have the speed, you're not going to win. End of story.
Okay, so can we talk about that lovely description that you have a smell? How's Team New Zealand smelling?
Team New Zealand is smelling really great, except for these setbacks this week. The only thing that Team New Zealand hasn't got behind them so far is decent race practice, and with a broken rudder and now a collision that's put them out of further racing, they are missing out on very valuable race practice that they've just not had before. The other teams have all had a number of sessions together, but Team New Zealand was working on boat speed in New Zealand. So Team New Zealand really, really needed the racing this week more than anyone else, and through the rudder and Ben Ainslie, they're not getting it.
Chris, I quite like the look of Artemis, although what I know about this you could write on a postage stamp, but how are you rating them?
I rate Artemis right up there with Team New Zealand. I think the Challenger final is likely to be between Team New Zealand and Artemis, and time will tell who gets that one right. I love the look of Team New Zealand. I love what they're doing. I love the way they're going about it. And apart from the setback this week that concerns me, they're in good shape.
Okay.
Team New Zealand Artemis, they're great. At the other end of the scale, the French will be the first to go home, unfortunately for them. They're just not up to it as much as the others. And then it's a question in the semi-finals. I think it'll be Ben Ainslie and the Japanese fighting to survive. But I think it's Artemis and Team New Zealand that'll be fighting it out in the Louis Vuitton Cup finals.
Big New Zealand presence on that Japanese boat, right, with Dean Barker and CEO and skip, and lots of Kiwis working on that crew. What do you think of them?
they've got a very, very good campaign. They've inherited great technology through a sharing deal with Oracle, and they've done great things with it. So the Japanese and Artemis, if you like, they're the two that are just quietly under the radar and performing very, very well. So Dean Barker, the Japanese team, are doing a great job. They're an outside chance, I think, to make the Louis Vuitton Cup finals, but they're absolutely going to survive this first round. They're in good shape.
Gosh, it's exciting, isn't it? And the thing is, lots of people are going, oh, God, the America's Cup. But there's no one there. There's no media there. And I tried to find out why there's no media there. They can't afford to be there. Was Bermuda a bloody stupid place to have it?
Well, the tough scenario in this world is that journalists, as you well know, John, journalists just don't get paid anymore. Media outlets are overtaken by internet and everything else. Radio survives, and that's about it. So, no, not many journalists there, and it's all web-based. But, hey, America's Cup, it comes around once every 4 years or so. It starts next week. It's all over in a month, and at the end of it, somebody's won and somebody's lost, and Team New Zealand is right in there with a good shot.
Speeds of up to 50 knots. Chris Dixon, more on the America's Cup later.